Welcome. Hi guys. Welcome. Howdy, howdy. Howdy. Oh, mic's on. That looks good now. Right. Ooh, I gotta do things. I need to copy paste it. Let me get you going here. You don't want to know how many things I've opened right now. Okay. Bop. Stream links in Discord. There you go. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I got Discord, I got way too many Chrome things open. Stream box, and then I got Toon Boom, and then I got my VTube thing, and another pop out for the chat. So if something blows up again, then I know why. But welcome guys. Howdy. Alright. How we doing? Think we're good? Seems like I'm live. I usually can't tell, but I think that's going good. Okay. Welcome guys. Welcome chat. I guess you can kind of move that box, move it up a little bit. But welcome guys. How you guys doing? Background looks great. Good. I over exaggerated it. What you said there. Hello Star. Good to see you. I'm reading the chat, I guess. Hello. Cool guy or fire pony. I think that's what it was. Welcome. Hi Cookie. Joe. Welcome. Alrighty. Cool. Thank you guys. Yay. I can kind of do it with my arms. Yay. I can kind of wiggle one of them at a time. If I do this, then it's kind of like I could do it. Like Kermit, yay. Yeah, it's not that good. How we doing? I'm a little stressed out just because there's so much more to do with this. I'm realizing that this is a lot more animation than I expected. So, but yeah, just a matter of like stuff I had to do. I guess I can explain here what I did, but 1% of you guys, which is only like 5 of you, and then none of you will explain and understand his explanation. A little frazzled as I just got off another project, so here we go. So what did I do? I made the background. Hope this looks good. Yeah, so I took my line art from the original version. Let's see, drawing. I had a sketch version in the storyboard. I cleaned it up to have just the basic outlines. Hi Dragon. So I took the lines that I made and then I colored it on one layer. So I had like I filled in, paint bucketed all the parts here, and then I colored it, and then I cut the colors onto a different layer. So now this is only the color areas. So there's no outlines, it's just the fills, basically. So once I got that, I was able to go back to my line, select everything here pretty much, and then kind of just move it over, is what I did. So I shifted everything, just kind of moved over everything, so you can see everything's kind of a little wonky, that not everything's perfectly filled in. It's like someone's really bad at filling things in, kind of an aesthetic. So if you ever like look really closely at the backgrounds of Pony Life, that's what I'm imitating here. So it's not per se bad, it's just, you know, I'm trying to make sure that I'm similar to how they do it. Whether or not it's the exact method, but and it's just what it means anyway. So, you know, so that's what I did with the background. Did a lot more things, more assets and stuff. I will need to work on the outside. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure how detailed I want that. But I think just in my storyboard, I figured out that you can click on the backdrop button and select on, and everything turns on. I'm really happy with that. That's a nice feature that I didn't know about till today. Yeah, I'm just gonna have some hills outside was my basic thing, and then some snow falling. And then speaking of which, I also figured that out in the underlay box, the UL box, the underlay. There's overlay, line art, color art, and underlay. So if I turn that box on, yeah, you're able to see my basic mountain range that could be improved, as well as the Toon Boom pre-installed sort of node library that we did. Or that time when we added all of that we tried to figure out if there was a snow button, and we're like, well, let's just look up snow, and like, yep, there is. There's a legit snow button, but I think there's rain. There's a whole bunch of different. There's 3 rains that come with it. So I'm just seeing if this one works, and then I was able to edit the rain box here, which it's its own folder of way too many things that I did not set up. This was pre-installed basically, and it's a template that I just dragged and dropped onto here, and it made all this. But I did set it up to be slightly, some of the properties here, layer properties. All these have different stuff. Let's see. Probably played with, this looks pretty good. So it's all math and a bunch of different options here that makes it real easy because I don't have to code any of this, but it actually animates. That's fun. Let's see if it works. Yay! So I modded it to be slightly going to the left. It was originally like going pretty far to the right and really fast. The rain was falling downward fast, so I think I just slowed the time or something and then made it go diagonally a little bit to the left side here. So I can probably keep working with this. And the fun part is that I can make this into snow real quick, I suppose, where I can find the where would it be? Actually, where did it go? Too many things here. It's probably in here somewhere. Yeah, here's the rain. Here's a rain box. There it is. It's way down here. Ugh, found it. Are these really tiny drawings that get called in? So if I want to, I could probably just do that real quick and just change it to snow, and then we'll see how that looks. So I want color, and I want a new color. Because we could just have it be white or slightly, same kind of like aqua or something, just to get this going. And then just to see like how simple this should be. We'll see. I just put it in the same spot, remove the other bop, and then just kind of see about where our size I would like. So I'm looking at it here. Let's copy this, go to next frame, paste it, delete that. And then I can make it slightly larger. Go next one. Delete it. Paste it. Made this one a little bit larger too. And snow. That's fun. Looks great. So literally, it just took me the time to find rain and then put the box, this box here, put it in, and then just change the drawings in it. And then some of the physics of it, and then we got snow animating, so that's good. I don't have to wait too much time, especially the flash wave was very, very tricky, because we required like making in each snow here a symbol or like an object, and then moving that down, animating that down. Maybe I needed to whoop 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 fall down or something, and then duplicate that over and over. So for each one of these had to be a separate symbol, and then they have to make sure that everything's, yeah. So this is a little bit simpler, and it's gonna it's gonna do just fine. Okay. Other thing was that I just made this quick fire, which is only has one picture so far. That's why it's not animating. But you also notice that these weird little triangle things that should not be here. They're just weird artifacts. But if I find fire and the background layer box. Here's the drawing, peg to it. I put a, here's the background of everything. I separated it to the underlay layer. If it is just the little back of the chimney, the back side of the chimney, the inside of the chimney, I suppose. I put that on separate layers, be underline underlay layer and then put a cutter on top of the mask. The cutter is a mask on top of the fire. Let's say this right. It's important to get these words right. So the fire is an object that's being cut by the underlay layer, which is the backdrop here, and then it goes in, and then it also has a glow. So when you render it, it glows real nice. Yeah. Yeah, it should only just exist where that exists. So we want to do stuff like this. So if for whatever reason the animation kind of goes way too high up, I need it to still be within the box of where I want it to be. So that's why I had to add the cutter for that to go. Welcome. Hello. So let's see, anything else I did? A whole bunch of more things. Oh, I think I added the nails, which component lifestyle, I'm just gonna go with it's a circle and you just use your imagination. It's pretty much how that's gonna go. And then for the other one too, also has another nail. Then we talked about at the very end, we talked about how the bag here has a deformation. So you can see these little control points and I can kind of move them around. So we need to like have Derpy fall into the bag, which should be coming up soon. We can use that to animate it. Okay. Hope you're having a good night. In the evening. Then we got Muffin Box, which is Derpy Box, and then Dinky Box. Dinky herself is off screen until she's gonna be needed, but yeah, she's just gonna wait in the wings until that happens. Once we get animating on her. Storyboard Box, that's whatever, and then we talked about that, and we talked about that. Cool. Okay. Any questions? Because that's kind of what the stream is. Either going to be working really hard on this, chatting with you guys, or hopefully asking any questions for you. So let's see. I know I went way too fast on it, so don't you worry. Okay. Anything like, why have you not finished that yet? It's coming. I know. I know what I want to do, so anything else that's like, why don't you do this? It's like, yeah, how about no? Chicken things. Okay. I fell off screen. I gotta slow the snow. Is it snow too fast? I did slow it a little bit, but maybe it's... I mean, that's an adequate enough speed of a snow. I can try to figure that out if you want. Is snow too fast? Let's write emitter, trigger, number of particles, streak speed. I mean, there's way too many things that I can try to figure out of move particles. Velocity. That sounds good. I think I changed it here. So I changed this to y negative maximum speed. There we go. Just a slight bit. Okay. So it's 1/4%, I guess. So let's just get whatever let's see what it looks like now, and then we'll see after we change some values. So that's what we got now. And if I make this 0.01, let's see how that goes. That's too slow. Okay. 0.1. Hey! Okay. So that's a little bit slower. Hello. What's your name? Wow. Wanyo. Let's see. That's good. Okay. Is that good for speed then? You want more snow then maybe? A nice flurry snowfall rather than a blizzard. Okay. That looks good. Would like it to kind of start here, but whatever. That does look better. Thank you. Okay. What if I could take all this and just kind of shift it so it starts there? I've never seen this box, but here we are. Meow. So that'll start there. That's pretty much where it's, you can like emit it from, if that makes more sense, where it's coming from. You know, there we go. You can kind of see where the pixels are starting. Let's see. Let's remove that bop. Go back to frame 1. Just gonna move it back up. There we go. Okay. Let's see. He's been here before? I'm sure. For speed? I think that's fine. This thing works well. Great. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy with it too. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So now we got that. So now anytime we play this, we can either show it or not. Okay. So what I want to do is get the Derpy animation good. If we can get her inside the bag and then maybe fall, so that'd probably be up to around here. If I can get like 100 frames in, that'd be pretty cool. Let's see if we can do that today. And then for the next couple of streams, we can try to get Dinky, which will be more complicated than that. So let's see what we can do. What can we do today? Okay. Hope that explanation was enough for getting hopefully more simple, but just straight character animation is a little bit simpler. So to at least understand, I think. So, okay. Because it is just performance, you know. Okay. So I got her here. Okay, let me drink some more water. Alright. So I think I wanted to change a couple things here. Let's find this one. Find a button that works pretty well as selection only mode. I know you can't read any of this, but boop, there we go. So instead of like searching and finding for these different pegs that there's a lot of them, I'm just gonna do selection only. So when I need this peg, boop, here it is, and I can just only worry about this bip. Okay. Ooh, what I wanted to do was add a deformer for the body, so the entire body can just have one deformer. So I want to figure out what would work best for that. Well, what does the whole body do? Whole body is this bip. So that's good. That's perfect. Okay. So I would probably just pick one of these. It's probably be a cheat to do this. Let's see if I can do it though. Okay. Let's do this one. I know you have to have the bag ready with the mouth open before you club the target over the head. No way. You fall head first in the bag. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, okay. I'm going to add bop here and here, which is not the wing part, but I'm going to have it be for the body part. For everything here. I should have body was just kind of stuck there, I think. Yeah, if they're unconscious, then it's a little bit easier to put them inside a bag. Whoa, okay. You're right, I know. Okay, so what? Whoop. Gonna do is grab it like this instead. Problem is that I have to re-string this to everything. Ugh. Okay. So that's the only way you have to do it this way is bop, 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 flip, bop, 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 bop. This should hopefully work. Bop. Okay. And I'm going to relabel this to be deformer, muffin, actually, can I redo that? Muffin, meow, body. Okay. I see what you mean. Okay, let me go to butt and then go to frame 1 and then see what's up. I'm going to, I think when it's rendered, it's going to be, yeah, it doesn't matter when it's rendered. So, that's okay. Okay. What I like to do is take these curves. Okay. Okay, cool. Good to do is go back to hammer and then choose these bips again. Looks like the tail moved. That's interesting. Nothing else really changed. So that's weird. Okay. Well, I guess the tail also has a deformer. Show me deformer of tail. Can I just reset it? Are these have any? No, I don't have any keyframes per se, but I can flip it maybe. I cannot. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Is it because it has a deformer? Yes! Okay. Well, now what do I do? I'll just get rid of it. Or I guess I can keep it and just not string it. It'll be fine. Okay. So what I want to hope is that when I click on this, I'll be able to, yeah, do something like that. Or at least just to, like, conform it in a way that hopefully makes sense. So now once I click this bit, it should just kind of bend it. Yeah, I just wanted to add that a little bit before I do too much of animation. Okay, doke. Cool. Oof, where are we? Okay. Oh, because what I wanted to do was animate it to go along with the head moving up and down in this animation, just for like one smidge. Okay. Oh yeah, she's gonna be super vibing at the end of this. Is to take this and see about where her body is. And then just kind of do something like that, I guess. Oh yeah, now I can see it. It's kind of, there you go. Adds just that little tiny bit there. Okay, cool. Now I want to not show that. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, so this works pretty well. What I would like to do is go back to here. It's kind of what do I want? Because I think I just want more time between here and here. So I would like to go back to the storyboard, or at least just add more time to everything. But yeah, if I just add more time to here, or I guess I can retime it once I get everything good. That'd be more confusing. Just kind of put that over there. Yeah, that's probably as much as I actually need. And then just kind of rework everything else. Okay. Nice. We're so far apart. I don't know what's nice or not. Okay. Boop. What I would like is eyeball. Let's see. It stresses you out. Oh boy. Yeah, it's like this is like a bomb or something. It's just like, okay, now just get the right wire and move, make sure it doesn't blow anything else up. I know this is animation. This is a legit way to make a cartoon. I know you guys are like, yeah, well, isn't this the part where you start drawing things? Actually, no. This is the part where I go, whoop, whoop. 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 Up. Oh, I missed it. Bop. Okay. Nyop. 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 Whoop. 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 And then she's gonna go in. Okay, so I need to get that timed out. Let's see here. Cause the thing wire. Oh no! Cut the red wires. Like, they're all blue. Oh no. I think the outside blank is more appealing for some reason. Is it? Yeah, in a way it actually feels obviously not supernatural for humans, but I think for just how cartoons kind of work, it is like, at least with cartoons you get used to how there's a lot of secondary motions for things. Like as things kind of move, then other things kind of drag behind it. So you kind of feel that sort of, it needs to have that sort of, you know, not everything's robotically like womp womp on off at the same time. So that's probably it. That's probably it then. What do I want to do? I want to move her head. That's this bit. To kind of follow along when she's... At this point she's like scanning the area to see if there's anything else suspicious going on. And I'm gonna do it 1 frame offset so that she's not... So her eyes move for 1 frame before, so like your eyes are leading the action. Because that's what happens with real life too, is that when you like look at something, you kind of move your eyes first and then your anything else. Let's see. Different way to blink. Yeah. Feels less robotic by having her. Yep. Okay. You think that will be an issue when she falls? I'm going to, when we get there, I'm going to make a smear. So I guess I could do it here actually, is when she moves her eye from probably one of these. It's probably like this one. I can go in and add a keyframe. Add a keyframe. So for here's one, I'm going to smear the eyeball. See how that kind of works with that one eye? So we put it in motion. It's one of those you kind of feel it kind of ones. Like as if the eyeball is squashing and stretching. There you go. Let's see. I'm using keyboard shortcuts over macro deck. I'm using a keyboard, but a macro deck sounds amazing. That's for like people who like edit things or like DJ kind of people, right? Where they have like way too many buttons as a control. There you go. Yeah, whoop. It like softens it actually. It's really cool. Yeah. I don't usually use that, but that's pretty cool. Alrighty, let's do it again. Okay. It's a little bit slow, so that's okay. So we'll just do this again. Squish. Stretch. Normal. Swoop, swoop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, here we are. Let's find it. Where does it actually happen? Did I miss it? Oh, it's this one. Okay. Bop. 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 Let me get rid of the storyboard and let's see if we can see that more clearly. Yeah, it feels really good. It's weird and bouncy. Wow. That's never done that before. So that's fun. All right. Let's see. Okay, so what I want to do is add an eyebrow to this motion. I don't know when about, but probably around here, actually. Let me find it. So you guys can look at that while I find the eyebrows. Uh, bro. Okay, and then we just boop it in. I'm gonna add it to the end, just make sure. Outline. No, bro. These bips. Here's the peg. Okay. Do I have any other drawing substitutes for eyebrow? It looks about the same. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay. Let's find this one and let's find the brow. So I'm going to add it at the same time. Get it into there all the way. And then add the peg. Boop. Keyframe, actually. Let's see. Nice. Hi guys, I have a million. So what I can do is add a little motion here. There's something like yep, yep. See how that kind of works. Okay. Okay. And then we get this one. Doing it a little bit opposite direction, so when I go whoop. So now it's like, yeah, yeah. And then she's gonna like, she's gonna squish down, like her body's gonna squish down, like she's like a spring, like a slinky or one of those, where it's like you can't really, if you want something to bounce up, you need something to squish down to get that kinetic energy. This is also a physics lesson, so I'm gonna have her squish down, and then I'm gonna add maybe some motion of that, and then get her into the stocking. So let's see if we can get that going. Probably do it pretty rough, probably just like in keyframes, so I don't really have to worry about it being perfect per se. But let's see. How you guys doing? I'm starting to see the use one as a connector string as long as you find out what you're looking for. The connector strings themselves do help. I don't know exactly. Because I usually look at the actual elements. I'm not looking at how the way that it is structured up is kind of generic for a lot of these, or like all these are built up the same way. Yeah, I find it easier to just. This is probably the comfiest way that I found to animate. Inside Toon Boom is to do this selection mode only. It's the only times when I select something on the timeline, it'll be here, and then when I need to animate it, or select the next thing, I can just look it in here. So it just helps to have really, really good organization. As I look at this, and it's like, yeah. At least I know this is the eye box, so if I disable this, then eyeballs are gone. So from visibility, they should still be there. But yeah, here we go. This is all good. Yep. Yep. Let's do the fun thing again, where I do the deformation. So let's get these curves going here. Let's see them. Okay. And then it's just like eyeballing thing of just like, I'll actually moved from here to here to here. So I can just kind of slightly move this a little bit. As she moves. Just a smidge. And then wait for her to go that way. If I can grab it. Yeah. I feel like this one's weird. Let's probably just get rid of it. And then just kind of... It's not good, just kind of recenter it. Yep. 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 Okay. And I think there's one more here. Okay. Let's see. So... Bup, bup. 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 So just follow along with the motion that I see of the head, and just kind of mimicking it or do whatever I need to do it. And just kind of do it slightly. Yep. 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 Okay, cool. Not wholly happy with it, but it's a good start, and I'd probably just clean it up afterward anyway. So whoop whoop. Okay. I got to change expressions. That's good. We could probably play with mouth. I'm not sure if we need it. Mouth change. Probably not. That's good. Okay. Let's see. And the boxes also are not. Again, as I said last time, they're not coding anything. Not is really coding as much as creating relationships between different objects. Like the nail has a peg that controls the drawing, which goes into a composite that just puts all the other objects together, and then that leads into another composition that puts all these other things together, and that goes into another big composite that goes into a right box. So you can kind of follow along and see like where they all lead. They all should all of them should go back into the composite. If they don't, then they don't render out. So that's pretty much how simple that is actually to read. Excuse me. Let's get back to storyboard and just see right about here is that all this needs to be moved down. Quite a lot, probably to 70, 80. Just gotta spoosh. Gotta get a spoosh there and then get in there. So, where did the thing that I have it be up and down? Is it this? Hey, it's this. Okay. So these bips need to be right around 120. So to take them and put them 120. Okay. So just retime that. Let's see. The point of the background does not have any texture to them like a grunge. Hi Deadpool. You're right. I did try to play with the texture. I tried playing with some like ink splat textures. If I can get my brush. There it is. Oh, it just took forever to load. I think I was using one of these special textures that have, I could make a brush with a, where is it? Ink blot or dry spot or one of these. And then just draw. And it's like, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's like, I wasn't happy with it, and it's just like, I didn't want to move on with that before being totally happy with it, you know what I mean? So, because I could have had it be everywhere, and then if it's like, oh, that doesn't look good, then let's redo it. So, I feel like it is important to have it, but I'm not sure. It's important to have it for it to be accurate to Pony Lifestyle, but I'm not sure if I need to exactly replicate it one-to-one. If that's gonna be important to me, I'm not sure. What? Is that running water? Oh, jeez. That's horrible. Entire state. State, is that like Nevada or something? No, that happens a lot. Cute hat, thanks. Okay, what I want to do is animate her squish. That's what I wanted to do, is about here. Right around here. She says it's, let's go about here. And I'm going to see what I can do with this. What I could do is just do the simple, take everything. I think the rain or something is. So I'm gonna unselect it, unlink it, and see how that works. I'm not sure if it makes it. Nope, didn't really do anything. Let's make it slower. We'll like to reload this so I can get some more speed up here. But yeah, it's not really doing anything. Because as I move it, it's kind of slow. That works. Okay. As I select the entire puppet, it's not. Oof. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay. Let's just go to here. That's my printer. And I'm gonna ease out. So that's where it gets slower. Probably want to move her to the left or something too. Okay. And I'm gonna ease that out more. Just one more. Okay. And then is there a build up to the spring? So let's go back here, and then we'll just add the deformation box again because that worked last time so well. Okay. Oops, something's weird. Whoa, okay. Yeah, it's really slow. Sorry, guys. Might have to go for a little bit longer than into toaster time a little bit, because this isn't fair for me to deal with how slow this is. The other option is just to not do it this way and just do it with the peg and see if that works better. Sometimes deformers are not that great. Let's just try with this. See if it works. Yeah, it's really slow. Okay. Sorry. Okay. There's a self-defense sensitive Rhode Island. Ah, okay. You want to hug it? I can hug you if I want, as we wait for stuff to happen. Hug. Thank you. I'm hugging you. This is as best as I can do. Let's see. Okay. Okay, cool. Man, it's slow. Okay. Okay. Where are we? What is this? Why is this storyboard showing too? I'm gonna move the pointer bit there. The rotation of rotation. I don't know. The anchor rotation. I wanted to move that over so this can actually work. Yeah, that works just as well. I'm happy. Okay. Oops. I think I just added a ease for something that doesn't exist. Even at slow mode, it still plays good. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do that. Make it a red suit as it gets to yellow. What's yellow? The red suit? Well, I think if I make her more red, then she'll blend into the brick wall. So, probably not gonna do that. Probably just keep it how it is. I'm gonna go back to, let's see if this resets it. There you go. Okay. So now we got is, let's go here. Show me all storyboards. Should be pegs here. Okay, cool. Alrighty. So there are yellow elf on the shelf dolls. Oh yeah, there's a lot of different ethnicities too. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Okay, so what I do is around, she gets ready here. We could add like 2 frames of everything and then see if I could just add more time and then see where this stops. It probably ends here. For that reason I got more stuff there, so let's get rid of that and that. And then probably got just more time there and then say scene length just end at 214. That's easier. It's not. It's just fine. Okay, cool. Bop. Doop, doop. And then boop. Oop. Wish I could like render this so I can see in real time what this looks like. But for shame. Let's see. Exactly. Here's a lot. Maybe it's actually a glow here. So I'm gonna go to fire. Remove these bips. Could possibly do that. Let's just get rid of everything. Well, I need the background, so I can get rid of. I need that. I don't need Dinky at this point. Try to figure out what I don't need, just so I can save maybe resources, but that's about it. It's still acting slow. Cool. All right. Maybe I just connect it from there and there. Nope. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do. How to make it better. I could probably restart my Toon move, but I think we're too far into it now. Now we could just do this. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to add smear. I want muffins smear pop. Okay. Let's make the box slightly larger. And I'm going to just move everything over here and this way. I can do fancy stuff like this, which is not super fancy, but whatever. Okay, so now I have another drawing layer that I can play with. Okay, cool. Okay, so now right around here. Should like it's ready, and then does like one more maybe. Bop. Let's see if we can do all this together now. So boop, 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 boop. So over here, she doesn't exist, so we need to have her exist for a little while longer. And then I'm going to draw. Hey, we get to draw something. Draw her like an anime style or something. Going in the side of the bag, but maybe I could just get something dumb as a color and then recolor it later. Okay, so basically I need a curve that can not have that brush. That's what I mean. I need to change it. Excuse me. What's going on here? It's basically that kind of just falls into there. So you can see that. Let's see. Okay. Boy. One of your favorite videos is when Derpy goes fishing. Oh, I love that one too. Which digs up the, fishes up the big fish muffin. Have you ever been fishing? In real life. Let's see. I've been to a lot of salmon hatcheries. I don't think you would call those exactly fishing per se, but I suppose so. That they're. Let's just draw some spiky pips along here. I don't think so, but maybe. I can't think of an exact time that it's like, look, I'm fishing, per se. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't have a good answer for that. As I try to work on this so hard. Okay. What I would like to do is go into here and just kind of morph it a little bit to make it larger. More like that. Okay, and it's probably only exists for like 3 frames. You know, yeah, that should be enough. But yeah, I liked working on that video. That was fun. I liked reusing the train conductor as my model for that character model. That was fun. I like doing that. Maybe if I did this again, I definitely would have. I don't know. Might use Jeff or something. He's my waiter guy. He's like the French waiter. I think that guy's cool. He's like my general all-purpose side character that I usually just keep making up for a lot of cartoons. Or I guess no. Yeah, I haven't even thought of making a new cartoon in so long. I've just been so focused on the movie. I haven't even thought of it if I wanted to go back into doing regular time monthly videos. I don't know. What would that even look like? I have no idea. Let's add some spikes in it there. Get rid of the lines. Oops. Get rid of the lines. Let's get some of that. Okay. Let's take the lining weight. Bring that down to 10-ish. Okay, so I can get rid of that. I hope this looks like something in the end of it. Hope this looks good. Let's see. Okay, cool. Let's see. I haven't even captured a pet. Peeve. Oh, pet peeve. Okay, I was like, you captured a pet? I'm like, hang on. Remember Jeff? Oh, you remember Jeff? Thank you. Only true fans remember Jeff. Thank you. Oh, noodle. Never heard of noodling before, so I'm not sure if I can do a PSA on that. Let's see. Let's make the line actually a little bit thinner, so I can fit a little nicer in here. Just want to get the line weight about the same, so these are not about the same. 5, 4 is good. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's get both of these. Don't like how it does it like that. Yeah, whatever. Because it puts the peg on bottom and it's like, that feels weird. Bop, bop. I could just kind of smoosh it down in there. And then see where that goes, really. Smoosh it in. Smoosh. And so whoosh, 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 whoosh. Okay. It's a little fast, but I think it should be fine. Okay, so Muffin Master. This is the best peg name ever. Okay, Muffin's Master. Bop. Okay, so here's the trick, is that I don't want to delete all the keyframes and drawing layers in there, but I need it to be off screen somehow, so whoop. Oh look, she's off screen. It's like she doesn't exist inside my Passpart 2 window. Yay. Okay. Yay. Alright. So when you put your hand into a catfish nest? Oh jeez. You try to get him to bite you? Whoa, okay. Stroll for walleye drift. Yeah, we got a lot of salmon in Washington. I think that's kind of like one of our big staples after like apples and stuff. Is that we're big on apples. So I did more things with like all the elementary school field trips were like either something apple related or something salmon related. So, but most of the time, yeah, it was just salmon. No, everything I said. Apple, I don't know, kind of went back and forth. Whatever you want. What I can do Because I know her head won't be for the rest of the time until I can just copy and paste. Ooh, there's a fun artifact behind her. What are you? Are you destroying something? Ooh, it's my onion skin. Hahaha. That was a scary apparition there. Okay. What I can do is take the head and then just kind of whoop it over there and just hope that it never shows up. So I can put it pretty far away. It's over there now. Okay. And then this is the fun part where now I can take these parts in the body. Let's go into peg mode and then kind of arrange the parts so that they sort of work now. Alright, so now she's like stuffed inside the stocking without me having to animate that, so that's what I'm happy about. Of her trying to stick in there. Okay. Okay, how we doing on time? Just about on time, so I can probably just get this as the last thing here. Would like to know why so is the weird. Okay. Well, whatever you want. Alright. The box in a completely different place. Might need to change the body shape actually. Maybe. No. Let's see here. This goes down too. Okay. Then we get take the entire thing. Let's kind of move this down. Okay, so I'm gonna take this and then maybe I could just redraw it or something. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate it and then see whereabouts I need to redesign this to look a little better. And so I can do both of these at the same time. Move this over here. There we go. Just like that, just to make it a little bit thinner, I think. I know that was a problem with like one of my very first animations I was doing, where like I had Lyra on a bench, and it's just like I'm not gonna rechange or like redraw her body or torso or anything. So I was like trying to reuse different parts that I had with the double rainbow puppets, and it's just like turned out that like one of her leg parts and stuff was just like looked like she had a large belly. So now I'm trying to like look into see like do I need to change anything? If I can change parts then that's good. It's better to do that. Okay. Right, arm. Okay. I read your comments in a bit, just need to get this pose good. What a pose. Okay. Let me get the arm back actually. That'll make it easier to select it the other way. Leg? Nope. Leg? If I get this arm and then change the drawing of it. Yeah, it's one of the bent ones. Yeah. Let's see, does that work? Or does this work? That works. Let's flip it, maybe. So it's more like, yeah, like that. There you go. Okay, good. I want to give the large belly. It's weird. Everyone was yelling at me. That was like the 10th of the comments, or majority of them were like, why does Lyra have such a large belly? Alright. This is fine, right? I don't know. Let's see. Talking about fish. Okay, cool. It's like there's nothing like Cookie's talking about, or it's somewhat related. Okay, then I can animate the stocking and then see where that goes. Bag. Give it a points. Okay, and this be the last thing. Probably would just be animating this bag. So this and this need to be expanded. Yeah, it's like she's falling into it, so that feels good. Kind of like that. Sorry, just gotta get this going here. Oh, that feels fun. No. Let's get the whole bag. Just kind of keyframe, boop, boop, boop. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. And then we can kind of slide it back up. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to Derpy. So for here, she needs to just kind of yeah. I feel like something is off. This one. Okay, cool. Yay! Alright, we got her in. She fits. Alright. We're just on time. Okay. We'll see if it plays. I mean, that's the real question. Whether it plays in real time. Just gotta wait for a bit to, I guess, reset. I guess it's not playing. Oop. Something happened. Hang on. Things disappear at a certain point, so let's go back a smidge. Okay. That's unfortunate. I think it's just the rain. I mean, I would like to just delete it to see it being gone, but I worked so hard to get it going. I feel like the rain is actually the one that's making it weird, so alright. I can put this back in, and then you can see the outside, but not the rain. So you can see these clouds here, I guess. Is there a way to go back to the beginning? Yeah, it's just gonna be slightly slow, but you can sort of see it, so yeah, alright. Well, welcome to Toad's Design where stuff happens and that's not really working well, so anyway. Let me read your stuff after I get a delicious, refreshing strawberry lemonade juice that's good for my skull. Here we go. Alright. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da. How much did I miss? Okay. Says about fishing stuff. Yeah, again, I'm not able to give specific stuff with the fish. I don't know myself. Shades of the ads. Yeah. You think she looks right? You think Lyra looks good? Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Probably just find my own YouTube video. And then just wow, everything's really slow. I think my whole computer's slow. I'm not sure why. Let's see. Are we talking about smears? Yes. Yeah, that whole jaggy weird thing is just to smear it so that I don't have to literally just animate it. It's more just a cheat to get that going rather than anything else. Ponyville. Life in Ponyville. This was, wow, 7 years ago? I didn't think it was that long ago. But there we go. I'll put it up. Let's get a little larger. Okay. There's no music, and I got copyright claim for the music, so I'm not gonna play it. But we'll see how this goes. Yeah, this is 2013 animation. It's meant to be funny. There she is. So I can totally see how I made it. So the Yeah. This little part here, the vertical part, is like her neck. I must have flipped it. And then I can totally see how this circly part that I'm circling around is her torso. But if you arrange it in this particular fashion, it looks like what you're thinking. So, yeah. um, okay. See you, Star. Thank you for coming. uh, let's see. Yeah, so that's what I was trying to avoid, and like I got so many comments on that. Let's see if I can like look at them right now without showing other stuff on it. Library looks weird. Okay. Goodness, library really let herself go. Ooh. Guess she's seeking after humans. So yeah. Remember all those comments? There was 2 of them, and they were both talking about it. So that's 100%, baby. Let's see. Make this stuck and stretch it about them. Oh, that's a good thing. Yeah, I'll have to think about that. Yeah, just to get this going. I didn't think about stuff like that. I think I can add layers in a sense to it that all the deformers aren't on one layer. Each curve or point are in different timelines. So I could definitely do that. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, that was an explosion. Okay, cool. That's why. Yeah, the little eyeballs I could smear back and forth at that point, they're also smears. In a sense, it's wash and stretch, but in a sense, you can also say it's a smear. To convey the fast movement, because like it's all comes back to like frame rate of movies. 100 years ago or more, cameras and videos weren't able to get a high enough frame rate, so there was a lot of motion blur. So when things happen really fast, the camera wasn't able to get light into it quick enough that objects would start to distort, or you would get double images or get long frames and stuff like that as objects, just because light wasn't able to process it quick enough with this particular frame rate of olden times. So even now, just having it at 24, it's still like at a minimum to get smooth enough motion. So, but also slow enough that motion blur is still prevalent if things go too fast. For video games, you can still sort of have motion blur, but it feels weird because there's really shouldn't be at that high of a frame rate. So that's just a little history of smear frames. Is that the cartoon is imitating that super fast motion that wouldn't actually be perceptible by the low frame rate, that it comes off as a bunch of different colors and not discernible as in the full object moving and transforming and whatever, because it's going too quick. So there you go. There you go. Yep. Great budget so the animated design to work each. Yeah. She's good. Well, we're trying to finish this for Christmas. Bang bang is that we're trying to get in it, trying to animate this before Christmas. So I'm working really hard off stream, offline to. I colored the background and did a whole bunch of things I said at the beginning that yeah, if I didn't, this would have been done in like January. So probably like late January. So if I streamed every part of it, so I'm just showing hopefully the interesting parts with the character animation. So yeah. Let's see. Smear frame could do some work. You bet. Everything's kind of temp, so I can, yeah. As long as I actually have it as a physical thing, then I'm able to fix it. You know, so that's a good point. Okay, so yeah. You see that beer? Okay. We have smear frames because Chuck Jones went crazy. He made the Dover Boys. yes, if you don't know, Dover Boys was a, I want to say 40s cartoon, um, where it just went extreme on just like every type of motion you can think of, um, was a smear frame. That was insane. And even then, like most of the smear frames were, I guess they kind of had different types where they had multiples, doubles, and um, little smears of color. But also a lot of like smoke trails or dust trails, which oftentimes wasn't too realistic, but I guess that's fair. So, but yeah, Dover Boys was crazy with that. The characters would stand still primarily, and then they need to just go over somewhere or just do any sort of like, um, it's intense as just as much as Johnny Test uses the whip crack sound effect. So imagine that for like every time something moves, is that it's a smear frame. So, um, yeah. But we're sure that the Door Boys was the first. Was it like it definitely popularized it to a point. When wondering if that's like the first use of it, or was there like a, like a 1920s, one of those kind of cartoons that just happen to have, like a smear. But probably not in the same way that we probably think about it today. Um, yeah, there isn't just like one catch-all for smear. There's a lot of different types. That's what I'm saying. Like if there's something that we wouldn't think of, because smears can be, as I said, like doubles. Where I'm thinking of some SpongeBob ones where the character would kind of slide in from off screen or something, and then like their eyes, they would have like 10 eyes on one frame, and then they would kind of into like one to the next pose. So, or like when they were blowing bubbles, and it's like, how do you do it? And then they did all the different like this and that and that. There was a bunch of smear frames in that sequence. So, yeah. As I explained, there's different types of it. So I kind of went for just a regular smear of color. But yeah, I can definitely fix it to be. It feels like it's not moving as much. I think that's probably it. Or it doesn't change form. Like it is either not following the exact curve of it, of the motion, that you can either probably make it thinner somehow or just change the actual shape of it. But yeah, as I have something to work with now, I can fix it. So, alright. The boys popularized it, but don't remember who did it first. Yeah. I mean, way back when, the first cartoons, you can go way back if you want to talk cartoons. Even like those, I don't know, like a carousel ring shape where it's got a different picture, and then you spin it, and you can see through one hole, and it's like supposed to be moving. So there's stuff like that where, even those would probably predate cartoons, quote. So if there's a smear somewhere in there, um, most of the time they just kind of keep it pretty frame by frame, where they do pose to pose, sort of a sense that they do have a lot more solid drawings, that they don't do this kind of webisode style, flash style, where it's like, we'll just either just do a tween or we'll do a smear for animation, So, the frame of this is too spiky. Doesn't follow an arc clear enough. But yeah, it's it. Yep, I'll change it probably during between this time and next Tuesday. I'll probably get the rest of the background done. Figure out what's slowing it down, but I think it's likely the rain, which slash snow. That is probably trying to do an entire particle system. So if I can figure out how to limit that in some way, I feel like that'll help get performance and then we get more stuff done. So Sazu only did like so much today because she needs to like now kind of like wiggle her arms and legs, and then the whole stocking falls off the nail, and then Dinky comes in. So I don't know how much you want me to animate on stream, but yeah. I was thinking of just animating all the characters on stream and then getting the rest of the stuff off stream. So like the backgrounds, and I'll look at the fire too, which would be fun to see in this here. See if I can get back to here. Whoops. Select these bips. There you go. So that was a fire. Let's see. Who knows? Cursed animation screenshots. Yeah, I mean, there's people who make those top 10s where it's like top 10 times cartoons looked really weird and or cursed, or here's a mistake that I found in this cartoon. Why in this one frame do they have weird eyes, or why are they being like stretched and distorted? This must be an unexpected mistake. Why would the animators do it like this? I cannot think of a good reason, and it's like it's literally just a smear frame. Like it's completely intentional and actually specifically drawn intentionally and for that frame to make sure that the motions and everything work well. Because if you just have like solid frames, it feels weird. So it feels good to have some smear frames once in a while to accentuate and do the principles of animation of the appeal sort of stuff. Yeah, that always gets me. It's like it's not a mistake to have smears. But yeah, I could definitely clean this up to be a better smear. That's what we're looking at. Exactly. Let's have I use this an animated project economy to illustrate half-formed limbs. Ooh, okay. During a punch, the way the hand was sealed, but the limb was faded. Oh, faded. Okay. Like blurred. Like you're trying to think of like it's punching toward the screen, and then would that be kind of like a camera focus or like a depth of field sort of a thing? Or maybe it's foreshortening somehow, where you know, like in the pose of like Phoenix Wright, how he's pointing. He was pointing towards the camera, and then his hand is twice as large as his arm. So it's stuff like that where you can take some creative liberties, and not everything has to be realistic. If that's your intent, it's to over. I don't know. Lost my train of thought with that. But yeah, not to make everything overly realistic. That's okay to. I'm lost for a word for what I'm looking for. Where it's like, it's not hyperrealism, but it's just like the opposite, I guess. that is the appeal. Is basically what you want, which is one of the principles of animation. 12 of them. I mean, one of them is staging, so I guess if you just put everything in a good composition, then you're already 1/12 of the way of getting good animation. I don't know with that. Yeah, and silhouette and stuff. So I don't think smear is a particular principle, because I think it's not really. I don't know. Let me look it up. Both. Here's an animation. Just give me a list. Okay. Squash and stretch. Got it. Anticipation. We did that. She's going whoop pop. Staging. One of them is straight ahead action and pose to pose. So, yeah. Okay. Follow through and overlapping action. That's secondary animation, or secondary action is what it's more called today. Secondary animation is when like the hair and capes drag behind the main action. Slow in and slow out, that's easing. You can do that digitally if you want. Where you could have a tween and then ease out or ease in, but that's basically so it doesn't feel linear. The more linear things are, or the more evenly spaced things are, it feels more robotic, because you can go bop, 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 bop. But if you want to ease out, then you go bop, 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 bop. So that's an ease out. So stuff like that. Arc, A-R-C. That's when you do a nice arc. So if you do if you want her arm to be on the other side of her, like on her left side, you want to arc it up a little bit, at least a little bit. Doing it straight across feels weird, so you want to kind of bend, follow the curves and the bends in your joints and stuff. Your joints like doing curves and arcs, so that's it with that. Secondary action. Wait a minute. Follow through an overlapping action and secondary action. They're different. Well, okay. Follow through. Oh, okay. That's when follow through is when something falls from the ground and instead of just staying there, then they kind of bounce up a little bit, or like a Flintstones, like whoa, you know, and kind of shake down a lot, or like Looney Tunes, where you kind of go whoop and then bounce back up. That's a follow through. Timing. That's timing. That's kind of leads into everything. Exaggeration. Yeah, I can see that could be a smear. Not so much as just like an. I think a smear is just like an approximation of motion blur. So I don't think that's in exactly one of these, but it could be. Yeah. Solid drawing. Solid drawing is where you can put like a 3D box around it, or you can like divide up your drawings and then you can see if it's made out of like 3D forms, I suppose. And appeal. That's when you're done with a banana and then you have nothing left. So that's the rest of the appeal. Okay, so and then you can look into it if you want. There's way more into that if you want. Let's see what you guys got though. Serious falls in exaggeration, timing. Yeah, I guess yeah. And timing just feels like an umbrella term for everything. It's hard to have animation without timing. You know what I mean? If these are principles, it's like yeah, you can do away with secondary motion and not have, you know, solid drawings and stuff, but doing animation without timing, it's like it's either a slideshow or it's you know, way too many frames a second. We have 100 frames per second, but they're all on ones and it's not spaced out or anything. Let's see. Next question. Stretch. Blurred. Okay. Alright, yeah. And Joe's thing. Also have the limb in multiple positions, but barley formed. This gives illusion motion. Exactly. Hi, Peter. Sorry I missed you for a bit. But gotcha. Yellow and gray stocking is obviously Derpy, but who's the green and red one? I guess I can change the drawing if that feels weird. It's also it's getting stretched a little bit weird. Yeah, I think the original intention I wanted was that it's Derpies and Dinkies. Dinky Hooves will show up. So, and then put everything back right at the end of it. So, yeah, if we want, we could change the stockings to be backwards so then she can go into Dinky's stocking instead. Or we can change the red and green one. But I think just Cookie drew them to be like this, so I just went for it. Basically. So, but if you want, I can change it. Be easier to change the art of it than redesigning it, if that makes sense. If it needs to be a different shape per se, that's gonna be more tricky than either changing colors or yeah, basically just recolor it is what I'd basically be able to do. Yeah, this is all just kind of first draft of animation, so don't you worry about being perfect right now, because none of this is perfect. Might just go back and just animate and like clean up some of the animation here that we got, and then do new animation on stream, so you don't have to worry about it being, I don't know. Or is that more interesting to see like how it would fix it instead? I don't know. Anime studios back in the day have come up with cheats because they had the small size inventories. Small size inventories. That's interesting. I don't know why it was limited or like 6 FPS in a sense. But they got really good at figuring out like exactly that. Well, let's just put the mouth on a different cell from the face, and then you could just have like 2 cells of the mouth, and then just go back and forth and call that animation and do that for the whole show. And reuse those cells if you want. I think people prefer to see progress. Okay. Progress would then mean that you see something new. So, I suppose. So, okay. Yeah, I can clean this up of what we have and then show progress on stream. I think that sounds good to me. Okay. Yeah, anime would just kind of almost randomly kind of choose between different mouth shapes, but I think it got more complex over the years. So I think in the 60s and 70s they would, especially 80s, they would be very, very cost effective and not overuse cells. But I think some of the newer anime are actually being made in Toon Boom, so that's fun. There was one that was hyped and it's like the Clockmaker, I want to say, and that was an anime that was made in Toon Boom. So they're slowly switching. They still love in like tradition. They want to do hand-drawn animation, but they're getting more lenient and doing more digital coloring. Digital coloring was way back in 2000s, and then full digital is slowly coming. But yeah, they still prefer to do cell drawing, and then just coloring it up in whatever programs they got. Okay. Let's see. I'm not sure what you mean, Jeremy, but hello. Yeah, I'm not sure where you just kind of stopped working at the end of that sentence there. Yeah, let's see if we can find it. It's pretty short, only like 5 minutes of the Clockmaker. It's definitely had a Clockmaker in it, so maybe it's not actually called that per se. Anyway. Were they French? Diachajo. Here's the doll. Okay. That was a Clockmaker. Never mind. Forget everything I said. This is creating a doll. No paper. So it's totally not digital. I'm not going to show it on stream for reasons. But yeah, I can look into it now. Okay, so it's the doll. And then using Toon Boom. So basically just using the same software I'm using, but instead of doing weird tricks like that, they're doing frame by frame. So every frame is a different drawing rather than transforming or translating these different parts around. So it's a little bit more takes a little more time to do that. But it just did it probably as a test, and it's probably just Toon Boom saying, "Hey, can you do this?" That's a promotion thing. To say like, "Hey, we can do animates too." You got your water back? Awesome. Make sure there's no alligators in there. Let's see. What was that app game? Get back my water. Alligator wants water. It's like a 2010 game. Make a campus of penciler and ink your colors in a letterer. Manga. Typically has one artist to do key panels and one or two assistants to do everything else. Yeah, manga's much more. Yeah. Yeah. It is more like personal. It's like when you read a manga, it's like reading, like watch it and look at it. It's like, yeah, it feels like one cohesive. It feels really personal that you know that they're drawing and writing it, so it feels really cool. I don't really get into comic books too much. Not sure if it's that exact reason that there's less people on it or more people on comics, but yeah, I just haven't found the right one. But yeah, graphic novels are good. I did a graphic novel as one of my book reports, and it was really fun. Yeah. This is one of primary artists and separate between exactly. Anime studios have like a primary artist. Yeah, per se. Yeah, there's a key artist who like is pretty much the main drawer, but it's more just a producer sort of set where I've seen some documentaries where they have a whole bunch of key animators, and then they bring all the key animators will bring all their drawings to the lead animator. I don't know how to describe it. And the lead animator would take the drawings, look at them. They might add a paper on top and then draw over it and say, draw like this. This is wrong, and do corrections right there and say like, yeah, this doesn't work, and then refix it. And then they go back and fix it. So yeah, it does in that sort of a sense feel like there's one worker, one main guy to do. He's got the touch on like every drawing. Let's say that. I'm losing my mind. Let's see. I think we're on the hour and a half mark. So I could wrap it up. Let's see. Let me drink some more. Let me get some more brain juice. Hopefully, I'm drinking this. So search up the doll. Woo. Let me drink. I'm sure you can just Google the doll Toon Boom, and then it probably should show up. I don't know if you'll be able to just find. Whether that does it or not. I remember watching it. I'm having trouble just finding the video. Find out behind the scenes of it, so maybe they link it. Interesting. Read more about it on YouTube? What? Where's the link? Oh, that goes down to the studio. Okay. Portfolio? This one. Show me. Watch full version here. Okay. Well, I was roundabout way, and it was the same channel. Okay. Yeah, it's only 2 minutes, so you got an hour to watch this. You got 2 minutes. Alrighty. I'm not sure if I can link this sort of stuff. I'd rather not do that. Alrighty. Check out that thing. Let's see. I guess that was a couple of animations. Oh yeah, there's tons of animation stuff. I just thought of that one because it was dealing with anime and Toon Boom stuff. Yeah. Look that up too. There's lots of cartoons. Shame that YouTube doesn't really show them too much or promote them too much anymore. Sorry to get super recognized doing this anymore. Let's see. People only really care about results, but if it takes forever to make them, then you're out of luck. So these live streams actually do help. So thank you so much for watching these. Means a lot. Alrighty. Thanks a lot of actions are going up upstairs, so sorry about that. Got an active household. Let's see. Bap, bap, bap. Let's wrap up. So next week, I guess in the meantime, in the next couple days, I'll work on getting the background. Definitely get the background outside. Figure out how the rain works. If that's really slowing it down. If I delete it and then see if the performance is better or not. And then probably add some grunge or like some texture, looking at that more. I'm not sure how much decorations you guys would like to see. Maybe there could be some background stuff out here. Maybe there could be like a horizon line up here or something. And then we could have some floor horizon something ground here maybe. And we could add some stuff like a snowman or something. I don't know. Excuse me. Any more like decorations or something would be interesting. Yeah. Alright. Gamers and Minecraft people, yeah, they rule YouTube now. Family portrait tied together. Okay. Or maybe just a fancy painting of a muffin. Okay. I think there's enough room for that. Okay. Derpy Dicky photo. Okay. I could definitely work with that. Maybe something on the mantle somehow. I was thinking of something like lights, maybe something. Like some lights or something, but yeah. Maybe a reef could be here. And then maybe a photo here. Does that work? Well, mantle muffin. Ooh, okay. Yeah, maybe some could be, yeah, there'd be little toys on here. Yeah, then we can fill up the scene with different stuff here. Okay. Okay. I was also thinking of doing some more, like maybe some design here. That'll just be some, how Pony Life just has random shapes and pop art style stuff at the bottom. Or just on walls. So I could definitely do something like that in the meantime. This brick texture is a work of art. I'm happy with how this worked. Let's see. Muffin decorated like a Christmas tree. Trying to think how that would work. Maybe. I still don't see it, but I'll figure out how to design that. Again, maybe like snowman would be slightly easier. They could just be like 3 muffins stacked on top, and then you put little sticks out or something. Maybe one of those little pretzel sticks. Yeah, you could probably add a whole bunch of different things here. Let's see. So work on that. That's good. Got enough ideas on that. How to animate the fire. That might be, I don't know, maybe like 10 or so frames. Animate that. It's got a glow on it, so you can do something like that. Snowman muffin works. Perfect. I'll go with that. Okay. And in the meantime, I'm also working on everything else. I'm working on the Midnight Bears project, animation of that, and my movie. I worked on a movie to get the storyboards for part 4 done, so I'm pretty good with that. I'm pretty happy with that, at least for a first draft of it. I had to like redo the entire section for that to make it like work with the new background that I have in the new city, and then add new jokes. So it was good to just start from scratch and just start over fresh with all my new ideas, instead of trying to make my 2017 ideas that were pretty lame and didn't have anything in there. So I got a first draft of that, and so I'll probably keep working probably the rest of the week to just make sure that storyboard is perfect, and then work from there to actually get some production of that animation going. So I'm pretty happy. And things are chugging along, and I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, that's working. I'm pretty happy to. I'm happy how the draft's looking. Let's see. Kind of like a macaroni sculpture except made from muffins. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to refer to this stream, and then I can get all these ideas in. Thank you so much. Yeah, these are great. I hope to get all these ideas in. But yeah. Snow globe, she was dropped in that one time. Okay. Yeah, let's just see how that looks. I think it's just a snow globe. I don't think there's anything in it. So it should be simple. Okay. So the only thing that was in there was Derpy. That was kind of like flying around or spinning around. So, okay. If I can remember. Let's just quickly look that up. And then once that's good, then on Tuesday we'll continue with the character animation and get her kind of shimmy down, and then she'll fall off, then Dinky will come in and then pick her up. So I also have to make I'll also have to make Dinky's horn aura, and then 2 versions of that are different shapes. So I also have to animate that. So snow globe. Would that be interesting to watch? Where she's oh look, there's a whole city. Great. All right. For the Derpy Snow Globe, there was like 2 buildings. I guess a Pony Life I can make that simpler. Not have like all the details of it. Oh boy. Yeah, it's like 2 like European houses in a, looks like a, what do you call it, a street light? So cool. Okay. If it's in the background, you can just put 2 angles on. But yeah, I'm not gonna have it be a full. It can be a props and everything. Because we gotta have when she falls, the screen shakes, like as if she weighs so much that it shook the camera a bit. So I'll have everything on the inside kind of shake up and down. So if there's a snow globe and props on the mantle, then I can go whoop whoop, you know, and kind of move that up and down, or have it go whoa. So I can animate that as well. Yep. Yeah, the fireplace will also be animated. I said that a little bit earlier. That I can probably just do in 10 frames. I'll reference how to show. Point Life does it. There's a couple times that there's fire, so I can figure out exactly how to do that. It's very geometric, so that's easy. Problem is that it looks almost like it's shape tweened. I'm not sure how to do that in Toon Boom, so as in that it looks like this point just kind of goes up and down. So as everything's very, it almost looks almost robotic in a sense that there's not, you know, full principal animations. Now we know those. Now we know what they are. It just kind of goes wop wop. So it would be sort of simpler to just have it be a shape tween that I'm used to in Flash, where point might be here, and then next key will be it down here, and then put it back up. So instead of having to animate it each frame of that going wop 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 wop, I could just draw the keyframe of it and then have Flash interpolate between those frames, but it might be linear and not look too good unless you add ease onto it, which, yeah. So I'm trying to wrap up. There's so many questions. Thank you for all the ideas, but yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye, you Joe. Okay, I'm trying to wrap up for everyone else here. I need to have dinner. Let me leave, guys. Let me leave. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So next time I'll do all that. Thank you for your ideas, and yeah, I'll definitely try to add as much as I can. And I guess I got till 1 week from now to finish it up. So we'll see how this goes. But we did do good progress, and I think I'm pretty happy with where we are. So I kind of expected to be around here. So so probably by Tuesday's end, we probably would have, I don't know. I think he might be, facial expression might be tricky. I don't know. Probably just wherever half of what we have left is. Hope to get it done. So okay. So have a good day, night, morning. If you're watching on some VOD, maybe there's more videos. Maybe for you later. Go watch those. And support your local artists and animators and people on YouTube. Go search cartoon and hopefully not find the kids ones, but find good quality indie cartoon people, as we kind of talked about on here. So yeah. So people like the doll. Now we figured out what that is. Go watch stuff like that. I forgot what it's about, so hopefully it's not weird. But it should be fun. At least just knowing how much work to put into it, as well as everything else. Yeah. All cartoons take a lot of love and care to make. So if it looks bad, it's probably intentional, and it still took the animator like 3 months to animate. So don't say it looks bad. It's just like they either haven't practiced enough or it's intentional. So if you find weird frames, it's probably intentional too. So, with that, okay. Thank you guys. See you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.